Hey guys, welcome back to another video on this channel. I'm that Anoniji and today we're gonna look at route handling with ExpressJS. But before I start off with the video, I'm gonna thank you guys for the awesome response on my last video, and also a very happy new year to everyone, and I hope that 2021 will be awesome for you guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the project in VS Code, and we are where we left it on the last episode. So over here what I'm gonna do is make a new folder, and this folder will have mainly two subfolders. One of them is the endpoint folder and another one of them is the models folder, which I'm gonna talk about in the next episode, so stick around for that. So what I'm gonna do in the endpoints folder is essentially we will be adding all our endpoint files in this folder so that our app.js file is clutter free. So to start off with that one, I am gonna make some changes to the app folder, but before that I'm gonna add a new folder here called index.js. What index.js will do is export a function, export a arrow function, which will help us mount all our routes to the app dynamically. So I will show you how to do that in a second. I'm gonna do app, so that will be the parameter. App will be the express application which we mentioned in the app.js file. So we're gonna import a module called fs. So once we have fs going on here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go real quick and mention a constant will be the endpoints. I'm gonna use fs.read directory sync to get all the file names from the endpoint folder. So that will be redirectory sync. I'm gonna use directory name to get the directory from the root of the folder, root of the project, sorry. So it will be directory and endpoints. So this is gonna access the endpoints folder in this directory that is here. So that will give us all the names for the endpoints, and I'm gonna do a for loop to run between the endpoints. So basically iterating over an array. Now what I'm going to do is mount all the endpoints. So I'm going to show you the basic structure of the endpoint real quick. So let's make a hello.js file, and I'm going to migrate the hello endpoint from here to there. But before that I'm going to have to get the router, and this will require another package which I will install real quick. npm I express promise router. So what express promise router does is it allows us to use async and await with express routing, which is really handy because we will have a lot of asynchronous tasks in this project. I'm going to import express and yeah, express promise router. There you go, and there's an error. Oh, sorry, typo. Yep. So constant router requires express promise router, and constant route router. I'm going to initialize the router real quick, and now what I can do is module.export route. I'm going to export that route, and I'm going to do route.get. So in here what we had is app.get, and here it will be same but it will be route.get, and we can use async await in here. So if I do async here, then I can use await inside this arrow function. Alright then, so we have got the route and the parameters the same. Parameters the same. First you have the endpoint, and then you have the request and response parameters for the callback function. So in the index.js file what we have to do is we need to require the app from where the function is called, the root call of the function. And in here what I'm going to do is require, okay, hang on a second, constant route required, and I'm going to require the endpoint file which is mentioned here. So I'm going to use tilde, and then I'm going to endpoints, and then the endpoint that will get the route from this, because I am doing module.exports on the route. So I'm going to get the route, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then what I have to do is app.use and call the route. So what app.use is going to do is, basically app.use lets us import the route into the application, the Express application. So if now I want to use this function in this app.js file, so that when we run node dot command, it will automatically run this function and mount all the routes to the application. So but I'm gonna add a function name to this, so it will be mount routes. So now I can require this from require src. So because this is in an index.js file, it will automatically give me that. I don't have to mention index.js because it is the main file inside that directory. Before we do app.listen, I want you want to mount the routes real quick and pass in the express application parameter here. So this is this constant. Now I have got the route in here and everything. So now I should be able to get this going using node dot. Okay, let's see if I find any bugs. We will fix it real quick. Nope, we didn't get any bugs, and this route is working as expected. So you can see the volleyball log here. If you don't know what volleyball log is, then I would suggest to check out the first episode of this series. I'm gonna link it down in the description and also at the end of this video. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna add another thing to this project today, that is nodemon. npm I nodemon. What nodemon allows us to do is use hot refresh in this application. So whenever I make some changes to a file and save that file, it will automatically, you know, refresh the application. Actually I can save it as a dev dependency, dev dependencies, bam, because I don't need it in the production environment, I only need it in the development environment. I'm gonna add another script as well, so it will be dev nodemon, and the nodemon command is also same as node command, just instead of node use nodemon, easy. Okay, so yep, everything is working. Let's make another endpoint just for fun. So let's call it cat.js. I'm gonna copy all my code from here. Oops. Yep, and now I can call it cat. And yeah, let's do something really cute here. I'm gonna just send a meow, because why not. Let's, and this time I'm gonna use the nodemon script. Okay, so npm run dev, because our script is literally called a dev over here. You see it's kind of a different logging this time because it's using nodemon. Now if I call the test endpoint, oh, cannot get test dot. Oh, well, once again, oh, it's cat, it's called cat. Call the cat, and yeah, we get a meow. But if I change this time, and it will auto refresh, and I will show you how. And this time I'm gonna send a JSON, but the message will be same meow. and you see it automatically refreshed the application. If I refresh this page now, and it sends me a JSON response. I have a terrible cough, but it's not COVID. Anyways, that's all for today, guys, and I'm gonna put this code up on GitHub as well. So if you want to check out for yourself what we did on this episode, then just head over to the GitHub, and I will also link it in the description. And make sure you come back next day, because we are gonna add MongoDB and a lot on the next episode. That's why we have the model folder here, and this is kind of a teaser. This has been that and Aniji. See you guys in the next episode.